Hi class, welcome to another tutorial on CS384. Here we will be studying the use of nested if else. This you had done in C also. Remember if, else if, else if, else if, and finally the else block comes. Okay. So the first two lines are the standard import OS and os.system CLS for Windows. If you are in Ubuntu and Mac, then just use clear. Just to clear the terminal when we execute the code. Okay. So now in the previous example, extending this, so what we are doing is we are having three discounts. We are having 5% discount, 10% discount, and 15% discount. Right? So if the amount is less than 1000, we have 5% discount. If the amount is less than 5000, the discount is 10%. Else, so amount greater than 5000 is 15%, greater than equal to technically. Okay. So this example we will see later. First, let us concentrate on this example. So if and else you have seen in the previous block only, right? So here we are using elif. Basically, it's a short of else if. In C, if you remember, you had used else if to check for multiple if else. Here Python uses shorthand. It says elif. So you can have multiple elifs also, right? So we can have something like, let's say, so I have to indent it. So let's say if the value is less than 10,000, I am having, let's say, 12% discount. Okay, let us make it 15% and this as 20%. Okay, so what happens here? First, whatever is the input. So let us execute the code one by one. Okay, enter amount, let's say I enter 500. So 500, so what happens? 500 is less than this. See, the property of else if, else if, else is out of this. See, now we have four blocks: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Always only one of them will be executed. Even if you have 10,000 or 20,000 or 1 million blocks, only one will be executed, right? The moment it enters, so for example, 500 is less than 1000, I give a 5% discount and I immediately come to this particular print statement, which is outside the loop. Now let us try the code again. Now I'm entering something, let's say 3000. Right? So what happens? 3000 is less than this, false. 3000 is less than 5000 is true. I get a 10% discount, means I get a 300 rupees discount and 2700. See, 3000 is even less than 10,000, but it will not come in this block. Okay, only one of the blocks. We have four blocks here. Only one of them will be true and executed. Right? Let us try for another block. Let us keep the amount as 9,000. So with 9,000, you have 15% discount. So 15 nines are 135. That is a discount here. And finally, let us try for the last block, 15,000. So you get a 20%, 15 to the 30. So you get a 3,000 rupees discount. Right? So this is how multiple if else's are constructed. So you can have variety of designs just like C. So for example, in this particular case, okay, let me comment out this particular example because it will ask again and again. So in this example, I am asking the user to enter a number and I'm checking whether number modulus 2. Remember, modulus gives you the remainder. So let's say if I enter 20, so I say 20 modulus 2 is 0 because of course 20 on dividing by 2 will give me a 0 remainder. Now I am checking if the number is also divisible by 3, right? So 20 divided by 3 is not equal to 0, right? When you divide 20 by 3, the remainder will be 2. 3 6 are 18, remainder is 2. So I will print divisible by 2 but not divisible by 3. So you can see in the if block, right? So if you see, all the statements are indented on this particular axis, right? This is the first indent. Okay, so for this particular if statement, these are the four lines that will be executed. Similarly, for this else block, these are the four lines that will be executed. And now I am having a if within a if, right? So for this if also, we have to make an indentation. This is the indentation. For this else, I have to make an indentation. This is the indentation. So this is called the inner loop. Not technically a loop, I would say an inner clause right now because loops are for and while. Similarly, so you can see here I have double indentation 1 and 2. Similarly 1 and 2. Okay. So this is a small thing that you have to remember in Python. Similarly, like you used in C, you had a for, then a brace, then within that for you are putting another brace. So instead of brace, we are having here indentation. See the double indentation. So this particular print belongs to this as well as this. Okay. So let us try to execute the code. Enter a number. So let us enter a first number which is only divisible by 2, which is 20. Divisible by 2 and not divisible by 3 because this executes and this is failing. So it comes in the else part. Okay. Now again, let's execute. I am entering 21. Divisible by 3 and not divisible because 21 modulus 2 is not 0, it is 1. So directly comes to the else part. 21 modulus 3 is 0. It says divisible by 3 and this. Now let us re-execute the code entering, let's say, 30. Divisible by 3 and 2 because 30 modulus 2 is 0, 15, right? I mean, the quotient is 15, remainder is 0. So 30 modulus 3 again is 0. So it comes to this particular part. And let us now try for this statement also. Let us enter 31. Not divisible by 2 and not divisible by 3. So you can have if, else, if. Within else, you can also have if, else, if, else. You can have any ladder as long as you can comprehend. That's it for this tutorial.